Hi, my name is EJ Massa. Scientists recently uncovered a mammoth frozen in ice. They calculated that the weight of this mammoth was equivalent to the amount of popcorn I eat in a day. I saw an Amazon listing for Kernel Seasons, 12 flavors. Well, not really 12 flavors, more like 10 flavors, and then they added another butter and popcorn salt. So I thought it'd be fun if I put them all on popcorn and I ate them, and I created one of those tier lists that people thought was fun 4 years ago, but now only like AI presidents do them now, ironically.
The gameplay makes me wish I never picked up a controller in my life.
Skill issue.
Guys, this is going nowhere.
But I'm gonna do one non-ironically. I really wanna see if these Kernel Seasons have any redeeming qualities. Now, I did a video on popcorn. You know that I do a popcorn with olive oil, and I pop that, and sometimes I put Memphis dust, which is a nice barbecue rub that you can make at home. But I wanted to know if, if you go to the store, I've seen Kernel Seasons at the store, maybe these would be good to pick up. You know, mix up things a little bit, bring some spice of life to things. Starting off, there's just popcorn salt. I'm not going to talk about this popcorn salt because it's just salt. The thing about popcorn salt is usually it's finer, so it can get into nooks and crannies. One thing I could thought about this popcorn salt is that it has kind of a chlorine-y taste to it. It's not my favorite. I think I'd rather have table salt. So right away, the Kernel Seasoned popcorn salt, I'm gonna give it a D for salt. As you can see, I have made samples of just a standard popcorn, which is Skinny Pop. I chose Skinny Pop because it's very neutrally flavored so that I know what Skinny Pop tastes like. So whatever these seasonings bring to the table, I'll be able to tell right away. So first up, we're gonna do caramel corn. So I use this in my Snickers ribs video, and I kind of didn't think it added too much to the ribs. I would have used brown sugar instead. Brown sugar is an ingredient in the caramel corn, so I wasn't far off in thinking that it would be a good replacement for brown sugar. But let's see, does this taste like caramel corn? It does kind of remind me of like a kettle corn. It doesn't have a deep caramel flavor. It's more of like a sugary light aspect to it. So yeah, I mean, this isn't powerful, but I like it because it's subtle. Brown sugar undertones, but it's very light. C tier? No, B tier. Let's do B tier for caramel corn. We'll adjust if it needs adjusting. I have my Polar drink. This is my palate cleanser. Next we have classic butter. Now that's what you think about when you want popcorn, right? Is butter popcorn you get at the movie theaters, right? That you think of the movie theater popcorn. I've made a version of that. Let's see how this compares. Usually I use Flavacol, but maybe I would replace it with this butter seasoning. So let's see. All right, it's not bad. You know, but there's a little bit of like a sweetness to it, which I'm not really down with. I do like my butter flavor to kind of smack me in the face. That's why I use Flavacol, because it's a harsh chemical that tastes like movie theater butter. You know, let me try putting a little bit more on here. The more I put on, the more of that sweetness comes out, like a sugar sweetness. There's no sugar in here, is there? You know, dextrose, maybe that would be it. Yeah, it's not very buttery. I want more butter. So I would actually skip this, and I would just use Flavacol. Coconut oil and Flavacol. You'll get a nice buttery flavor. But what am I gonna put the butter? I'm gonna put it in, D tier. Yeah, I want more from my flavors. That's all I'm saying. All right, next, kettle corn. Who doesn't remember going to the fair, getting a huge bag of kettle corn and eating it until you're sick and you throw up next to the elephants? Who doesn't remember that? We'll see how this kettle corn differentiates itself from the caramel corn because, they're both sugar flavors, right? Oh, that's interesting. You know what it is? It's Lucky Charms. It's a Lucky Charms flavor. It's like you made Lucky Charms popcorn. If somebody took ground up those Lucky Charms marshmallows and just puffed it into your face. That's what this is. I don't hate it. I like it better than the butter, so I'm gonna do solid C tier for Kettle Corn. Look, it's not a carnival flavor. It's not the fare. It's something else. It's Lucky Charms. Next up, we're gonna do white cheddar now. White cheddar, come on. Smart Food is one of the staples of popcorn. None of these really have strong, oh, this one smells like cheese. The smell, yeah, I can smell it. It smells like Smart Food, so. Now we're talking. Oh, it's got a nice little sharp note. You know, I kind of like it better than Smart Food because it tastes a little more natural, even though it's probably not. It's cheddar cheese. It's got a really nice cheese flavor. It's got a sharpness to it, like it is made out of cheddar, and it goes perfectly with the popcorn. Complements it. It doesn't stand out like the Lucky Charms did. So this is gonna go in A tier. I wanna say A tier. All right, bacon cheddar. That's the internet's favorite thing, bacon. Remember that was a meme in like 2010. Bacon, you know? People like that. Just like tier list 4 years ago. It definitely has a smoky smell to it. No. It's all like a smoke flavor. There's barely any cheesy flavor. And it's not really a pleasant smoke flavor. It's more of like, it's almost caustic. It has like a liquid smoke taste. It's kind of like that. Just a caustic, smoky, slightly artificial flavor. Barely any cheese. Maybe there's a little bit of creaminess in the back end. That's D tier. Cheesy jalapeno. I love nacho cheese with jalapenos in it. I like a little cheese, a lot of cheese. Almost as much as I like popcorn. Make sure you check out my video, nacho cheese video, where I make nachos, cheese. Looking forward to this one. You get spice, you get the green jalapeno-y spice, which is not unpleasant. Quite frankly, I want more cheese flavor, and I think I'm getting too much heat, but not enough like jalapeno flavor. It just feels like artificial heat put in there. But I would snack on that, and the spice brings enough to the table for me. I want it to be cheesier, maybe a sharper cheddar like the white cheddar, and I want it to have more of like a more rounded jalapeno flavor. I'm gonna put in C tier because it brings enough spice to keep me interested. All right, ranch. Cooler Ranch, right? Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch. It was Cooler Ranch for us in the 90s when they made it cooler. Now it's just Cool Ranch. Obviously a classic flavor. You put in salads. You make salads tolerable by putting ranch on it. Cool Ranch is obviously the better Dorito. Shots fired, I'm sure. But we'll see how it is. Oh, that does a lot for me. It has that Cool Ranch flavor that you all love from Doritos. A little bit more milky though, a little bit more like the dressing, but so it kind of brings a cheesy flavor to the experience, but it has that zestiness you expect from ranch. I like that a lot. You know what? S tier. I would eat that. I would buy the ranch one for my popcorn. Garlic Parmesan. It's going to be hard to compete with ranch. That was really good. Kind of reminds me of an in-between between the ranch and the white cheddar. The garlic flavor does come through, especially at the end. If you wanted something cheesy, a little bit of spice to it, and by spice I mean, you know, it's like kind of like garlicky, garlic bread kind of flavor. Garlic parm, I would say, is B tier. Less good than the white cheddar, not as good as ranch, better than cheesy jalapeno. It's B tier. I would eat this too. Now this is putting all of the sweet and the salty together. It's cheesy caramel corn. What am I doing with my life? It's not for me. It is like you took the caramel corn and then you took maybe the cheese from the parm and mix them together because it's not as sharp as the white cheddar. it doesn't do anything for me. I don't think combining a sweet and savory flavor like that in this form is a winner. Cheesy caramel is going in C tier. It is doing exactly what it said it was going to do. Maybe somebody would like that. I don't. I don't want to do that. But last but not least, we have nacho cheese. We'll bring it right back around to cheese. Now that I think about it, this is probably the cheese base for a lot of these other ones, like maybe the bacon, cheddar. All right, nacho cheese. You know, I have a lot of respect for nacho cheese in my life. Again, I made a whole video about it. Check it out. So I hope this doesn't disappoint me. It feels like it's trying to recreate the experience of nacho cheese with other chemicals. Because it doesn't taste like trying to get that roller skate rink nacho cheese you get. No. If you're going for cheese, it's white cheddar. White cheddar tastes more natural. It has that sharpness to it. Way better. Nacho cheese tastes artificial. This is getting a D tier. It shouldn't, you know what? It's going to get F tier. Nacho cheese should be way better than that. You do not disrespect nacho cheese the way that Mr. Kernel Seasons has disrespected the god of nacho cheese. So there you have it, folks. Out of all of these, what would I pick up? I would pick up caramel corn if I want something sweet. I would pick up white cheddar if I was feeling cheesy. And if I was feeling a little zesty, I'd pick up ranch. Those are my picks. I'd skip butter. Just get some Flavacol or just, you know, get some real butter. Put it on your popcorn. Stay away from bacon. Stay away from nacho. Kettle corn is not kettle corn. It's Lucky Charms. If you want to see me do more tier lists, you want to see me eat things and rate them as our beautiful ex-presidents and current presidents do, let me know. Until next time, bye.
This game took the engine of Ocarina of Time and created an experience unlike any other Zelda game, and it only took them a year. Honestly, I should have hired the team that made this game to build my wall. They would have had that shit up in a month.
Yeah, it took them a year, and it sure fucking shows. This game has 4 dungeons. Are you fucking kidding me?